sounds. For the YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. We're going to do a warm-up that is 4 rounds long, and it's 3 movements. The first one is going to be 10 steps in a tabletop crawl. And that can be forward or backwards. So even if you have to go 1 step forward and 1 step backwards, that would be 2 steps total. So I'm going to start in tabletop position just like that. And then I want to just pop my knees off the ground. And then I'm going to step forward, trying to let my hips not rise. Let's do 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it is just a warm-up. You're not going to get graded, so if your hips do rise a little bit, it's not the end of the world. And we're going to do 8 hollow rocks. So I'm going to come into a hollow body position. So low back is on the floor, arms are off, or excuse me, legs are off, arms are above my head. And then I want to just rock like my low back was the bottom of a rocking chair. If that's too much, you can tuck, arms are down, and then legs are bent. Still pretty tough. We're gonna do 8 of those. I think I did way more than 8, but that's okay. Then we're gonna do 4 windmills per side. So you can use a weight. You can absolutely do it without a weight, but I'm gonna start with this wide stance. And right now I've got a kettlebell in my right hand. So I'm gonna point my toes to the left. Then I'm gonna bring my weight, or just my hand, if I'm not using a weight, overhead. And now this free hand, I'm gonna put the back of it on the inside of my leg, and I'm just gonna trace down the inside of my leg as I bend at the hip, and then I come back up. So depending on your flexibility, you might stop because you touch the ground, or you might stop because you feel the end of the range of motion in your hamstrings. We're gonna do 4 on each side. That's 4 on that side for me. And 2. And 3. And 4. All right. We're going to do 3 more rounds, starting with 10 steps in the tabletop crawl. Here we go. I'm going to count, but don't feel like you have to match up with me. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 hollow rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 4 windmills on each side. There's 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 10 steps in tabletop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 hollow rocks. And 4 windmills. There's 4. And other side. And 1. 2, 3, and 4. One more round. 10 steps, tabletop crawl. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 hollow rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now 4 windmills per side. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. All right, so for strength, we're gonna do 5 sets, 2 movements, a tempo B stance, RDL, and a straight leg hip thrust. So ideally for the hip leg or straight leg hip thrust, you'll have like a chair or a couch or something like roughly knee high. If you don't, we do have a substitution that I can show you, but just a heads up on that. So tempo stance RDL. So without a tempo, a B stance, I'm sorry, I think I said tempo stance, but B stance just means that one foot is ever so slightly behind me. So it's not quite a split, like if we're doing a standing split squat or something like that. I'm just starting with my feet together, and then I just step back just a tiny bit with one foot. Then from here, this new clock arrangement is in my way. Then from here, I'm going to do an RDL. So I'm hinging at the hip, so butt moves back, chest comes forward, and then I stand up. If I'm holding on to a weight, I can have it down in front, just like that. So we'll do 8 on one side, and then we'll switch our B stance. We'll do 8 on the other. What it is essentially we're doing an RDL, but we're putting more of a focus on that front leg by moving one leg behind just a little bit. So the tempo is just going to be 4 seconds lowering. So let's say I've got this weight here. What I'm looking for is I get in my B stance, and then I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, stand, 1, 2, 3, 4, stand, so on and so forth. So we'll do 8 on each side. Then a straight leg hip thrust is going to be, essentially we're going to put our feet onto some type of raised item, just like that. So I'm going to adjust so that as I'm relaxed here, my legs are straight. And then I'm going to squeeze my glutes and extend my hips upward, just like that. So if you don't have something to elevate your feet, we can keep them flat and just do glute bridges, just like that. It's pretty similar. The straight leg version, we're going to get a little more hamstring. And because our legs are straight, we got to work a little bit harder to open up our hips all the way. And if that feels super easy for 10 reps, which I'm not anticipating for myself, but you could always hold a weight across your hips. So 5 rounds, 8 tempo B stance RDLs each side with a 4-second tempo on the lowering phase and then 10 straight leg hip thrusts. We'll rest a little bit in between. I will get this clock going. Ready? Cool. All right, let's start in 10 seconds. 2, 1, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew, deceptive. All right, 10 of our straight leg hip thrusts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's do set number 2. And the clock says, how about, we'll start with 2:30. I think we can get away with a slightly shorter rest period here. All right, let's do set number 2. Starting with our 8 B-stance RDLs. Here we go. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and straight leg glute bridges, or maybe regular glute bridges. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Okay, we'll rest till 5:10 on the clock. We got 3 more sets. Okay. All right. Ready? Cool. We got time. It's all good. Okay. Set number 3. Let's go with 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. All right. Hip thrusts. Okay, going 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, squeeze the glutes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Two more. So we'll rest till 8:30. 8:30-ish. Next one. Ready for the next one? Cool. All right. Set 4. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, hip thrusts. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we got one more of these. We'll rest about 30 seconds, maybe around 11:35-ish, 11:40. All right. Last set. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one last round of hip thrusts. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Okay. Today's workout is very straightforward. Well, maybe it's not that straightforward, but it's very simple in terms of its movements. So it's going to be a 15-minute AMRAP. And how it's going to work is it's going to start with 10 air squats, then 30 double unders or single unders, the same number if you're doing either one, or a substitution for jumping rope. So my favorite, well, we'll talk about those in a second. So, but 30 of those, then 20 shoulder taps in a plank. Then you'll repeat that, but the air squats are gonna go up by 10. So instead of 10, 30, 20, it'll go 20, 30, 20. So double unders and the shoulder taps are always gonna be the same. Air squats are always gonna go up by 10. So second round you'll do 20, second round you'll do, or excuse me, third round you'll do 30, so on and so forth. So it's gonna be very leg heavy. So air squats, we're just squatting down as low as we can go. I always like to throw out there when we're doing an AMRAP or like any type of workout where we're trying to go really fast, people have a tendency to start doing some weird things with the air squat. So if my first round, I'm squatting like this, by the third round, I should try to make sure that I'm not turning my squat into something like that in an effort to move faster. So for the double unders or single unders, if you can't jump rope where you're at, some substitutes. I really like doing jumps with a thigh tap in place of what would be my wrist spinning. So if I'm doing singles, I'm just thinking about as I'm in the air, I tap my thigh one time. If I'm doing doubles, I could do that, kind of find a rhythm. Just like that. Other options include lateral hops. You could do high knees. You could do toe taps to an object. So let's say I've got a kettlebell, could be a dumbbell. I tap my toe, and each tap is 1 rep. You can even do a slightly less explosive version like that. Mountain climbers would also work. You could even do burpees. I wouldn't do 30, that's your option. If you're gonna do that, I would probably do like 6. But either way, outside of burpees, we're gonna do 30 of some sort of kind of bouncy cardio option. And then the shoulder tap from plank. I'm gonna start in a push-up plank position, and then I'm going to tap a shoulder. I don't mind if it's the opposite shoulder or the same shoulder. Whichever one is more comfortable for you is valid. So each tap is a rep. Make sure you don't do 40 shoulder taps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 15 minutes, 10 air squats, 30 of our jumping variation, 20 shoulder taps, then 20, 30, 20, then 30, 30, 20, 40, 30, 20, so on and so forth. Make sense? Okay, cool. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of squats, but, oh no. 1 second. So we got this new, we switched out the clocks, and there are random buttons on the clock that turn off the TV that we project the class onto. So periodically you'll like press 5 and it'll turn the screen off. So that's been fun. Okay, I've got 15 minutes on the clock. Let's start in 10 seconds. Starts with 10, 30, 20. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Nice work. Got a great pace going. Woo! All right. Nice job, Greta. Whew. Nice job. We're already a third of the way done. All right. Great job. Chipping away. Nice job. 2/3 of the way. Less than 5 minutes left. Great job. Here we go. Almost there. There we go. One more minute. Whew. Nice. 30 seconds. There you go. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Woo! All right. Nice job. We did it. If you're interested in some mobility today, it's bound angle. All bound angle is sitting in this kind of butterfly position, or it's sometimes called frog position, and then gently kind of grabbing your feet and pulling yourself towards them. Opens up your hips, maybe even stretches into your low back. But just kind of, I hesitate to say pulling yourself in. You're kind of relaxing yourself in and using your hands on your feet as a guide. Awesome job.